Yo, what's up you guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my C43. It's going to be a long-term owner's review. I've had it for 26,203 miles. So the first thing is going to be practicality. The second thing will be excitement. The third will be competition. And the fourth will be price. But yeah, also don't forget to subscribe because I'll be coming out with more videos, and hit the like button right now. I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. But a lot of you people DM me on Instagram asking me how reliable this car is. And so that's the first thing that we're going to be talking about. Trunk space is amazing. For a two-door car, the trunk space is really good. And if you still have more stuff, you can throw down the back seats and have just a bunch more space. I fit my carbon fiber front splitter in the trunk of my car. The back seats, I want to say they're not the greatest. Very cramped back there. It's not that bad though. If you're not like 5'11" or 6 feet tall, then you'll be fine back there. But I just prefer the coupe because it looks better than the sedan in my opinion. But you could get a sedan or a convertible if you're into that. Like the C43 does come in those forms. Interior quality is on point. No buttons have fallen off. Nothing at all. And it just looks beautiful all around. Like the feeling, the material is amazing. And my favorite part is the steering wheel, because I know a lot of cars in this price range have really shitty paddle shifters. Like don't look at the red part. This red part is a paddle shift extension, I guess you can call it. And that's aftermarket. But these silver ones, these are the stock paddle shifters that came with the steering wheel, and they feel amazing. Like it has really nice, like a nice clicky response. You hear that? This gearbox, I know I'm going a little bit off topic right now, but this gearbox is amazing. Like when your car is in Sport Plus mode and your oil temperature is nice and warm and your transmission is nice and warm, you get like the fastest shifts. But yeah, moving on with other practicality stuff. I've had no electrical or mechanical issues whatsoever. I'm being honest, I have never had any problems with this car. I left this car off for 2.5 weeks once. When I came back and I turned the car on, it worked. Like I didn't have to put it in turbocharger or anything. But yeah, let's move on to cost. So my car was $65,500. Approximately $65,500. I'm really convinced that for this price range, if you want a new car, this is the ultimate daily driver. Like before this car, I had a BMW 3 Series, and that car was $50K. This car, for an extra $15,000, the 3 Series can't even compete with this thing. But for this price range, for a new car, I know you can get the BMW M340i and the Audi S5. Between this, that Beamer, and the Audi, I would go with this, number 1. And then the BMW number 2 and the Audi number 3. Like for $65K, I think nothing can beat this car. It looks good, it sounds good, it drives well. All right, now let's move on to performance. So a lot of you people know that this is a twin turbo V6 engine that was, yes, it was built by a machine, but the AMG gods still like worked their magic on it, so that's okay. If you guys think it's a fake AMG, go look at my other video, link below. Apparently, on the AMG website, it says you have from 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. I think they kind of like understate it a little bit. The 0 to 60 time is understated, so I think it's probably gonna be around like 4.5 or 4.6. But my car has a very conservative tune, and I think I can get to like 4.3 or 4.4. Now, 4.3 seconds, 4.4 seconds for a car that's like 65K brand new, that's pretty quick. I know the C43, the non-S model, goes from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds or 4.1 seconds, and that's like in ideal conditions. Like 4.4 seconds for this car and 4.1 seconds for the C63, like you're not gonna notice a 0.3 second difference. Stock performance, like without the tune that I have, I'm pretty sure you can get like 4.5 seconds, and that's pretty good. And this transmission, a lot of people think that the C300 and the C43 have the same transmission and just a different engine, but that's wrong. Like they're both 4MATIC, they're both all-wheel drive, but if I'm not mistaken, the C300 has 55% of its power going to the rear and 45% of it going to the front. But the C43 is completely different. Almost 70% of the power goes to the rear. 69% of the power goes to the rear, 31% goes to the fronts. Hold on, gotta do some quick maths. And that's what makes this car like really enjoyable to drive. Like, you can easily just turn off traction control and make this thing like whip around a corner. Like, this thing is definitely tail happy if that's what you're into. So a lot of people, when they're in the market for a C-Class AMG, they debate the C63 or the C43. If you live in a snowy area, I highly recommend getting something safer because of its all-wheel drive system. Like, I'm not saying you can't daily the C63, I'm just saying that the C43 is just more of a daily driver. Like, if you live in Pennsylvania like I do, you're gonna have to deal with some really, really harsh winters. Think about it, what's more logical? To have an all-wheel drive car in the winter so that way you can survive in blizzards, or a car that has 100% of its power being delivered to the rear wheels? Which one makes more sense to you? You can still daily drive the C63 in the winter, you just have to be really careful, and you should not drive it in a blizzard. The problem with the C63 is that you have a really high chance of getting stuck. Like, one of my friends, he was leaving his apartment and then 2 minutes later he had to call a tow truck because he got stuck. So if you get a C43, you will not have that problem. If you're getting a C43, I highly recommend getting the AMG Performance Exhaust system. It's $1,200, but I think it's completely worth it. Like, I think it's better than Omnitrix, better than FI exhaust. Like, I think the AMG Performance Exhaust is the best exhaust for this car and for any AMG. Looks wise, this car is beautiful. Even when it was stock, like mine is definitely modded, but even when it was stock, this car looked amazing. You don't have to spend like $5K in mods, like aesthetic mods, to make this car look better. It's just that I wanted to add my personal touches and my personal taste to it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe right over here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, link below. Thank you for watching.